If you want to get better at FC26, you can come join my Patreon series, patreon.com/nil guys. We've got loads of videos if you want to improve inside the game. We've got real life examples, and of course, we've got the FC score, we've got the meta tab, and we got a list of all the other videos you have access to from the previous years. More information will be at the end of the video, but patreon.com/nil guys. If you don't get after 1 month, we will refund your money. So no guys guarantee. What's going on, guys? Let's go over some squad builders, meta squad builders. We've got a lot mid budgets as well, because I know some of you guys got 50k, but you got 150, 200k, and you need some players. We're going to go through a lot of these. We've got, I think, like 6-7 squads here, so make sure you tune in. If you ever want to skip to the end of the budget, let's say you want a million coin team, obviously skip to the end of the video. So let's just get started. So first of all, 50k team. Now, some people ask me, Neil, can you make one bloody league? Okay, fine. Here you go. There's your one league team. That way you can, if you're part of the Patreon, you have the progressive squad builder for this one. But I think you got some absolute beast cards. You got Colin Morani here, one the absolute tanks, put a finisher on him. And you got an exceptional card here, guys. We got Kudus, one of the best wingers. Same with Chiesa. You can actually play this in a 4-4-2, actually. You can go ahead and get like Doku on the left wing, move Kudus to the right-hand side. So if you're playing like a 4-4-2, you got option there. You got Clivert as well. So you want to play 4-4-2, you can move Clivert to left mid, Kudus to the right mid, two strikers, Colin Morani and Chiesa. I wanted to build a lot of flexibilities. These actually teams took me ages to make, actually. Looking for the right players. But again, another very, very good card. Put a Hunter on him or finisher. Underrated, can play Cam. Of course, you got the money going Marmoush, right? Tonali, one of the best cards. I think if you want, you can get rid of him. But I wanted to put him in, but you can reduce the price by just getting someone else. And we've got Baleba. To be honest, he's actually a pretty decent tanky card. He doesn't look too good when you look at his stats, but his in-games are pretty decent. And then we go with the defense. Of course, we go with Gvardiol, probably one of the best centre-backs in the Premier League. Don't forget, he's got a jockey playstyle. If you're struggling with defending, that's important. He's only 5k, and he's got the block playstyle plus. Robinson and Aina, they're both very good cards. Don't forget, Aina's actually got good defensive awareness. You can probably just go ahead. You can put I would put a shadow on him. You know me, pace is always the most important thing. But Sentinel puts some 88 defensive awareness, which is pretty crazy. But then we've got Vicario in goal and Kusanov. You got Konsa. There's so many other cards, but I wanted to put Kusanov in. You could probably put a Sentinel on him. He's a pretty good card, just like that. And that is it. That is the team for 50k. Now we're kind of steadily moving over to 100k. So I thought I'd kind of integrate the Premier League, but kind of directly go upwards. So this is what I would say would be my recommendation, my go-to. Every single player you're seeing on the screen here, I've used. You can change Lavelle for Debinha. I know everyone loves Debinha this year, but if you want a 5-star, you can put Debinha in, like so. Debinha works very well there. We kept Baleba, we kept Tonali. The issue is in the Premier League, there's a lack of players. If you are looking for someone cheap, you can go with Soboslai. I mean, there's a few other cards there, but there isn't really that much. But we got Cascarino. Don't sleep on this card, chat. Don't. 5-star skill moves. Yes, her finishing could be better, but like you could chuck a finisher on her. She's a decent card, man. 99 agility, 93 balance, 97. Look at those dribbling stats. 89 ball control, 97 dribbling. Insane. Rodman, oh my god, what a card. You can put a finisher on her as well. I think she probably goes in with being, like, in my opinion, like top 15 wingers in the game. I'm not even joking. Got all the play styles that you want and aerial fortress. And then we got Swanson, who got a 5-star weak foot. I mean, if you're looking for a team, this would probably be my go-to. I think Gvardiol, you can probably get rid of him. I think there's other players you can use instead. I think you can go with Agbadu, good sprint speed, lacks acceleration. But my go-to suggest would be Hincapi. Oh my god, what a card he is. The fact he's like those stats and he's one of the best centre-backs in the game, and with jockey playstyle, and he's only 38k, I think it's criminal. But God knows what, well, I suppose most of the community are playing centre-backs with 50 pace. I don't know, God knows what. That would be my 130k team. I mean, it would depend, maybe like 120 after prices stabilize. You can get rid of Debinha, and you can literally make this very, very easy with Lavelle. You can go like this. You can make it a 100k team. You can drop Tonali and make it a 75k team. So do you see how many? I'm giving you different options. So whether you got 75k, 100k, you know what to work for. Now let's move over. Oh, by the way, I just want to say Lacroix, one of the best centre backs in the game. Jockey playstyle as well. Make sure you chuck a Sentinel on him. Don't chuck a Shadow on him. Well, you can. I mean, if you're mad like me, but probably better off chucking a Sentinel on him. Now we are going over another team. 121k this time. Probably the team that I would probably recommend now. We got some legends. You don't know about Mario Gila. Honestly, the guy is unbelievable. I'm not even joking. I think he's like top 5 centre backs in a game. I'm not even joking. You will know. You use him and you will know. It's because he's got that agility and balance. So like, if you defend, you need a jockey playstyle. He has a jockey playstyle. Don't bother ever doing evolution on him. You can if you want to, but he's got the jockey playstyle, which is important for defending. Then he's got the agility and balance, and he's got the sprint speed. He's just smooth on the ball. I can't explain it, but you will know if we use him. We got Ramirez, one of the best strikers that I've used for under 10k. Honestly, unbelievable. Look at strength and stamina. If you use the enforcer, you know how to use enforcer, you know how to use the jockey. She is insane. Then we got Rating, one of my favorite cards. I play her on cam on my RTG account, but again, these stats are amazing. Look, I'm just gonna choose the best cards. I don't care. Again, I'm just choosing the best cards in these positions. I don't care what team they're from. I don't care what league, whatever. It doesn't mean anything to me. But she is actually pretty mad. I looked at her in game. I was thinking, you know what? And don't forget, her balance means nothing because she's short, so she's still going to be liquid on the ball. But 94 sprint speed, 88 finishing. How are you getting a card for 7k? 4-star, 4-star. Unbelievable. Quick step as well with technical. Now, the cam, I put Guerrero there. Now, to be honest, you can switch this. You can flip this. I'd probably go Mariona here because Guerrero is a better CDM. You can put a shadow on her. She's already got, look, check this out. She's got 80 defense awareness. You can put a shadow on her. She's got 83 with 95 sprint speed. Or if you're just feeling like, you know what, I want a better defensive player, you even chuck a gladiator on her, but I wouldn't recommend it. Powerhouse is not a bad option to increase her passing. But by the way, don't worry about this lengthy and all this. Listen, everyone keeps talking about lengthy being the meta. Listen, we're going to have this whole saga again. People are going to get confused. Just forget about that. It only affects acceleration anyway. It doesn't affect the sprint speed. People don't understand this. It's affecting the time to get to the sprint speed. So sprint speed, end of the day, is the most important thing. It's kind of like going to Nando's and worrying about what your side dish is instead of getting a chicken. Like, honestly, it's unbelievable. Anyway, put a Sentinel on her if you really want to. But to be honest, I think with a Shadow, she's fantastic because she can run back. Mariona, oh my god, one of the best cards I've used. I've already gone over her like a million times. 89 finishing. I like to call her the cheap Bomati. 89 short pass, 89 long passing, top tier agility and balance. She can defend for crying out loud, and she's got 89 long shots. Absolute beast. I'd probably say put a Hunter on her just to get her pace up. But she's more of a center mid. Turam goes in, one of the best center mid CDMs inside the game for under 5k. Put a shadow on him. He's an absolute beast. Box to box, can basically do everything. And then we go on with the back line. We're going with Sal Coco, another cheap player. Look, there's other players that you can go with in. Okay, look, there's Di Lorenzo. You could put Di Lorenzo in centre back, but again, 89 sprint speed. I'm chucking on a Sentinel with him. I would probably say, and I'm going to say this without a shadow of a doubt, okay? Without a shadow of a doubt. I'm saying it's full chest out. These two centre backs that cost under 2k. These two centre backs cost under 2k. I swear to God, performing better than cards that cost like 100k together. Honestly, they're unbelievable. Of course, you're going to have like the Salibas, but even then, Saliba's slow. And I feel like if I'm aggressively defending, I want someone that's quick. So I'd prefer the sprint speed, and I can put a Sentinel on them. So I got a better centre back who's got better sprint speed and got better defensive awareness, which is the most important thing. If Sao Coco, the jockey playstyle, different caliber. Now, I think Bremer is the obvious upgrade here. Di Lorenzo is pretty good. Kalulu, of course. Kosanu is also a very good card. Look, if you can afford Bremer, definitely get Bremer. I think Bremer is like one of the best centre backs in the game. I don't know if you guys have seen his stats, but Bremer, wow, this guy is unbelievable. Talk about Marmoush. I left Marmoush out the squad builders today because everyone's going to be like, you did the same thing already 2 days ago. Make sure you check out that squad builder. But look at this guy, unbelievable. You put a shadow on him, 90 defense awareness, 92 sprint speed. That's honestly one of the best centre backs in the game. If he only had jockey, he would be top tier. But he's definitely top 20 centre backs in the game without a shadow of doubt. But that would be this team. So you go tell me, it takes about 150k. You give it about 200k. And you can get Barella if you're going for the centre mids of the CDMs. You get Barella there as well. Or to be honest, you can get rid of Mariona and then you can put Turam. Or you can drop Mariona and get Pulisic. Get Pulisic and Cam. Pulisic is very, very good. Switching websites here. Any of you websites want to sponsor me, feel free to do so. But anyway, Pulisic, 5-star weak foot, incisive, low driven, quick step, the most important play styles. He has them all. And you can put a hunter on him. 88 finishing, 92 sprint speed, 5-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves, 81 passing. Unbelievable. Can play cam as well. So that's another option. So again, you can take this to about 200. I would say around about 250. But again, I mean, I thought today I'll go through a lot of these mid-tier, but I think everyone's got about 200, 300k for everyone that's been grinding, the addicts, the addicts, I suppose. Or I suppose if you didn't spend FP points, but 50k, 100k teams. I know there's some pay to win guys. We'll come towards that at the end. I got another 150k team, but a different option I've got here. I've got Pulisic on the right hand side. I've got a Pender. Wow, a Pender. You know what? I don't think he gets enough credit. Yeah, look, 96 sprint speed. Guys, look, all you got to do is just chuck a finish run. And where is finisher? Blind for a second. 93 finishing, 88 shot power. Composure could be better, don't get me wrong. But if you want a clinical striker, I think he can get the job done more than what people are saying. I mean, to be honest, his price is going down. I understand why, but to be honest, guys, I think he's such a good card. If you're asking me, he's got what you want. Finesse, rapid, quick step, low driven, finesse shot, poacher plus, which in my opinion is better than advanced forward. I'm going to be honest. The only downside with him is I wish he was really short, but you know what, chat? He's not even that tall. I think he's 5'9". Why is his website not working? But you know what? We're gonna go over here. Oh yeah, 5'9", chat. You see that here? 5'9". Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, he's an absolute steal. I rarely see him. Rodman, Swanson goes in. Loftus-Cheek, another very good card. Look at this card. 84 sprint speed. You can put a shadow on him, or you can put a hunter on him. You can make him more attacking. It's up to you. We've got Madogila again. We put Tomori in this time. Tomori is also a decent card. I thought let's mix it up. You can probably put a shadow on him, but do you understand now what I mean? Like, you can get like 90 defensive awareness and 90 sprint speed with like Madogila. I don't know why I keep going on about this guy. Honestly, probably thinking about like mass invested in him anyway. But Crystal Dunn goes in at left back, and you might be thinking, oh, no, what about chemistry? What you can do is you can get a manager here for the Serie A, and he can really max out chem. And then you can just get a US manager. Oh, no, sorry, you don't want a US manager. No, actually, you can't. Sorry, that should be off chem. So you can get a Spanish manager, sorry, to get Madogila on full chemistry. It's a left back. It's not the end of the world losing one chem. I mean, you guys know me. I use, like, if my team has like 2 chem, 1 chem. You should see my team. I've got like 2 chem. At the end of the day, let me tell you something. The biggest misinformation in the community, the base stats are the most important, okay? I can't understand this. I would rather have someone who's got 90 rated stats everywhere on no chem than an 85 rated card with full chemistry. It makes absolutely no sense. I don't understand it, but you can't change the masses' opinions. But what can you do? Sheep's gonna sheep. At the end of the day, it's up to you. You can make a decision yourself. But I think she's a decent card. Huerta tried to buy her with a shadow. Don't forget, she's a right back. Look, she's not going to be the tallest. 5'7" is not the end of the world. But I think that's another 150k team. I think that's a good limit. I think there's a few other cards you can swap in. You can get, again, the Barellas. You can get in over here. And you can do some McKennie if you want to get cheaper options. You can drop Rodman if you really, really want to. You can get Cascarino. So there's a few other options as well if you want to reduce the price a bit further. You can get, I suppose you can get Di Lorenzo in centre back. And then you don't even need money. You get like De Gea. So you can make this team like 80k very easily. We're just dropping a few players, but definitely keep a Pender in. Also, if you go to a 4-2-1-3, you can get Lookman and Cam. I was going to show you this team in a second, so I'm not going to talk about it. But another 150k team variation, a Pender. Lookman, I think, is such a good card here, guys. 83 sprint speed, 87 finishing. It is a fantastic card. I'll only say is pace is not that good. I mean, as a striker, I think he needs a hunter. I mean, that's why I wouldn't go with a finisher, but he's got the agility and balance, guys. He's 5'9", low driven, quick steps. I think he needs that hunter. You can't get away with a finisher on him. Look, people look at his normal stats and they think, oh, it must be a good card. But the problem is they look at 86 pace, but they don't look at the sprint speed. Its acceleration is that's high. So he's a good cam. He's a good passer of the ball, decent. 80 is not the end of the world. Pulisic, we've got Doku on the left-hand side. Rapid for all you mechanic abusers, but he's got quick step and enforcer if you're using a shield button. Another decent card. Put Tonali back in. Lacroix goes in this time. Vicario, Aina, and Robinson. Now, let's go a bit higher. So, this team can be a 400k team. Look, you can literally, all you got to do here is get rid of Rudiger, Eder Militao, and Nico Williams, and then Courtois. And you've made this easier 400k team. You can get rid of Diani. You can basically, so whoever you need to swap here, you guys make the swap. So like obviously Diani can go, Chwinga go in striker. Dumane, honestly, her price has gone down. She was, I think someone was like some merching clan out there. I don't know what they were doing. Looks like they were merching her. I don't know. There was a little pump and dump scheme going, like some penny stocks, honestly. But she rose to like 85k at one point. But she's dramatically gone down. But incisive, quick step. Honestly, one of the best strikers in the game. Off league is probably what's probably pushing her away. But you can make this team cheaper. Look, you don't have to even go with a La Liga. You can actually go with a Premier League. So you can go with you can even go with Serie A. So if you want to make this team a bit cheaper, you know, I'll do this on the fly. Actually, I'll give you a bit of an example. We can drop that. Llorente is really, really good. We can drop that. We can go like that. Bam, bam, bam. And then what we could do, we can go here. We can go with Pulisic. Keep saying Perisic in my head. I don't even know why. Of course, Mario Gila has to go in. And then right back, we can go Di Lorenzo. I think there's probably Lazari is actually a pretty decent option. We've got Dumfries as well. We'll go with Lazari. And then we'll go with De Gea in goal. You can pretty much go with anyone you want. And then the other centre back, Pavard in form is good. Not this Pavard. You got Di Lorenzo as well. Di Lorenzo is pretty good. He can play centre back as well. He's actually a pretty good card, guys. I would wish he would have something like a jockey, but again, you see, it's like a catch-22 because you see he's got the pace, but he hasn't got the defense awareness enough. So you can put a shadow in, but then he lacks the defensive awareness. And then you're like, okay, but I put a sentinel on him, and yeah, you can get the defense awareness up, but you lack the sprint speed. But Charlotte, 350k. So you see, you can easily like just change some players around and really reduce the price of this team. By the way, Karchawi in centre mid is actually very good. I really like a jockey playstyle as well. She can actually defend. Look at that. She can't play CDM. That would have been different gravy. But look at that. Look at those stats for a centre mid. Like I think that's a really good, really, really good one. But look, you can make it if you want to make a cheaper squad. You could do something like that. Or you can expand like this. You don't need Nico Williams. You can put anyone else in. You could put Rodrigo in and reduce the price. So that's the whole point of these squad builders is when you're watching, you'll be like, you know what? No, I don't like that guy. I don't like her. I don't like that guy. She's not good for me. He's not good for me. Whatever. You can just be like, you know what? I can swap them. I've given you some options. Even in centre mid, you can basically, if you want, you can get rid of Diani, Dumane, and Chwinga, and you can go with like a Swanson Rodman if you want to, or you can go with like a Serie A. You can put the Serie A. That's why I gave you the examples of the trios before. You can go Penda, Lookman, Pulisic. So that's why I'm giving you the freedom. I'm giving you also, I don't want to give you one squad and be like, there you go. I want to be like, okay, what else can you add? Maybe I don't like this play. Maybe I want this play style. Make those changes yourself. That's the whole idea behind these squad builders, guys. Not only that I just give you the squad, I also tell you what to do with them and how you can make changes. But honestly, of course, meta players only. We're not going to use any garbage players with 50 sprint speed. Absolutely not. What do you think this is? This is no guides here, no BS. I'm not here to sell dreams or do entertainment. Otherwise, you'd be watching me open packs, throw my chair out the window, and making 10x the money that I'm making. Anyway, going for some high budget options now. Ignore the attack. If you want some of the best defense, I think this is one of the best defense you can get. I put Araujo in for the sole reason it's got the jockey playstyle. You could argue Eder Militao now. Eder Militao, I've used him. I don't like him. No jockey playstyle. And I feel like his sprint speed is not high enough. Rudiger is a decent card as well. But again, he's got the high sprint speed. You can put a shadow on him. I think he's a good card. But the jockey playstyle kind of saves him. So if you want, we can increase the price here with Rudiger. I'm just going to show you the back line. I think Llorente is one of the best centre backs in the game. I think Kune is one of the best centre backs in the game. No, Llorente is best right back. Sorry. Llorente, absolute tank. Don't forget he's tall as well. So you're worrying about the crosses. He's definitely going to be there. He's 5'10" or 6 foot. Apologies, I was a few inches off. But or 1 inch, whatever, 1 centimeter, whatever it is. So she is it 2 centimeters, right, between each one. Anyway, 91 sprint speed, 86 defense awareness, can pass, can shoot, can go forward, can play inverted. Absolute tank. Rudiger will be one of the best centre backs. Courtois, Koundé, and Mendy, I think, has been nerfed, but I still think he's a good card, guys. Then we go with the midfield. Patty Guijarro won the best CDMs. Don't forget, she's one of the few players. Please tell me it shows it here. Yes, look, one of the few players with a Box Crasher plus. Unbelievable. With the Box Crasher plus using on my main account, honestly, she's flying. Tiki Taka incisive as well, so she does that last minute pass inside the box. If her pace was higher, it would be even better. You got to chuck a Hunter on her. But she can defend as well. You can put a Shadow on her if you want to and make her a pure CDM. It's up to you. But she's a very, very good card. But I would say Bonmati, Valverde, Patrick Guijarro. What you can do here for chemistry is you can get as a League F manager. So in case you're wondering, League F manager. So we'll have to choose who we want on chemistry here. So this is how I normally do it. But let me walk you through. So let's say I got like a few players. I know realistically, okay, I need 2 Spains, right? So, but I can go with a League F manager. And the question is, who gets chem here? So realistically, I think there's no one, if I'm not mistaken, from Haiti. But we can try. I think there's no one literally from... But let's just say, for example, there was someone from Haiti. Let's just put Iceland, for example. And then I will go with League F. Can I see it? I can not see it. Maybe I should be able to see it. There we go. Then you can see, look... Bonmati and Aitana get chem, and then the front 3 get chem. Now, the front 3, you can go with whoever you want. I'm just putting Dumane there as an example, okay? Of course, I would love to put a Dembele. By the way, don't put this Lamine Yamal there. I think he's an absolute fraud. Don't. How is this card 300k? 83 sprint speed, 83 finishing. The guy's mediocre. Like, okay, I get the 5-star, right? 5-star skills, but I don't think he's worth 300k, honestly. But you can put the Dembele's there. You can put the Mbappe's there. You can basically put whatever you want. You can put the Diani's there. You can basically go with whatever you want here. You basically have the freedom. But if you're looking for a solid back line, that is one of them. Alternatively, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to build it now, actually, since we're here, before we move into the next squad builder. What you can do is we can dump some of these players. So if you're going for like Premier League, now Koundé I really like. But if you're going for like Premier League, we can go Virgil, Van Dijk. Look, Van Dijk is one of the best centre backs in the game, but you have to know how to defend. That's why I think I would say the average player would probably fare better using somewhat higher sprint speed, if in my opinion. And then you can go with Donna. I'm going to give you some other options as well. So if you want, we can go with Donnarumma here. We can go Donnarumma here, like so, bam. And then what we can do is we can go here to 4-2-4-2-1-3. And then what we're going to do is we can keep Patrick Guijarro. The only downside is from the attack. Look, apart from Alexia Putellas, there isn't. I mean, you got Padgel, but there isn't that many options. Okay, we got Salma. She's a good card. She's actually a very good card. Actually, a very, very good card for her price. 88 finishing. You know, like 4-star. I think she's very, very good. 88 finishing, by the way. I think again you can probably put Hawk on her. Probably go to Hunter if you're like me. Otherwise, if she's going to go in striker, I'll put a finisher on her. And I can't see finisher. 1 second. My eyes are deceiving me. Where is it? There it is, right in front of me. 97 finishing, 92 sprint speed. She's an absolutely amazing card. But what you could do, something like this. Now, left back, the problem is there isn't that many options. You can go with Mendy. Right back, I'll go like this. Then what you can do is you can put him in. I think he's really good. Reinders, I think that's how you say his name. But he's got a tiki-taka playstyle. Power shot, incisive pass. I think he's quality. And then you can go with De Jong if you want instead. But that gives you a bit of freedom. And then you can go with like Marmouche. The problem is, and let's say you want to go striker, you can go with Gyökeres. And then like, the problem is left wing and right. Look, I would probably say maybe Rashford here. The problem is there isn't really that many good. Rashford's very, very underrated. The problem is in Premier League, there isn't really. Nico Williams actually is a good card. The only problem is I think he's a bit pricey. And okay, you can put a finisher on him, but I don't know. Maybe he's worth it. Maybe he's worth it. With the rapid play style. So yeah, you could go with something like that, actually. You could. And then, like, let's say on the right-hand side, you wanted to go in. Don't go with Yamal. You can go with Rodrigo. But there isn't really that many options in the Premier League. You don't really have anyone either. Like if we try to go, I don't like the fact that in Footbin you can't, unless I'm doing this wrong. Why can't I choose the league? Anyway, Salah is not a bad option, but I probably wouldn't go towards Salah. Saka is too slow. I feel like they really done him dirty there. I think Rodrigo. Bremo is like a really good but terrible weak foot card. So if you just want someone down the wing, let's say, you can go with him. But his 2-star weak foot is absolutely dreadful. But he's actually got pretty decent stats. I mean, if you're asking me, probably like a Salah here. You got Nico Williams as well. Like you've got not Nico Williams. Who am I saying? Inaki Williams is like a very cheap option. Who am I saying here? Rafinha. I can't even speak. We do a quick switcheroo. Get Rafinha in and we can do like this, I think. Oh, no, we can't. Darn it. I thought we could. We can't. But yeah, I mean, there isn't that many options. I mean, you can go with Rodrigo, something like that. So that could be an option if you're looking for like a tanky Premier League is what I would say. But I think that's also a pretty decent squad. We're going to name that one as well. Probably going to add that to the list, actually. If you're part, yeah, what you know, we'll add that to the list. We'll add that. But yeah, that's actually an option. And then we're going to show you another one as well. We got a last one. Actually, no, we don't have a last one. Well, I thought we did. But yeah, I mean, look, it's interesting. What do I consider best players right now? I mean, like, let's say I had to go for a mega squad. I'm probably going to go Mbappe. I think Dembele. I think Mbappe, Dembele are the two main players that I'd want. In midfield, I'll probably go Ramirez, and then I'll probably go Valverde. This is just the way that I would do it. Right mid is where things get a bit tricky. Actually, I lie. Hansen. Then what I'll do is I'll go Vinny here. Maybe I dump Ramirez here. Maybe I go Patrick Guijarro. I think maybe we just go Patrick straight, and then we can go Alexia as well. This is actually quite hard. But you see, there's so many good cards, and what I'll do is I'll go Lorente here, and then centre back. So then I'll go Pacho. Just thinking now, we need chemistry as well. Goalkeeper, I'll go with. I think we'll go with Courtois. I think there's the argument for for most cards here. You can go with Courtois. I think there's a lot of arguments for most cards here. Virgil van Dijk, I mean, chemistry will be killed, but we can go with Rudiger. And then something like this, but you can see like this is where things get a bit. Maybe we go Nuno Mendes. I mean, we could go Hakimi right back, to be fair. And then, to be honest, if we go Liga F and we go Norway, do you know what? This could actually work out. Actually, you know what? This could work out. So this is what I meant. So we go Norway, and for Norway, and then we're going to go Liga F, second page as usual. So if I remember it correctly. And there we go. Bam. I mean, that would be the team that I would probably use. And you can see everyone's on full chemistry. Okay, maybe Pacho and Nuno Mendes are not on chemistry. I mean, look, I could probably swap them out. I mean, look, Pacho, he's got good sprint speed. Like, if I take him on 288, not the end of the world, to be honest. Do you know what? I think if I had to build a mega team, that would be my team. I think I have two players that could play CDM and centre mid. You can make the argument Valverde. But I've always liked Ramirez, and that would be the team that I probably would use. But there you go. That's a mega team. 10 mil. And again, if you want to cut this down, get rid of Mbappe, get rid of Dembele. That's what, 6 million gone basically. And then you can get rid of Vinicius Jr. And then you can get rid of Ramirez. So if you want, you can even if we even cut this down, let's say we just want to, let's say we wanted to go realistic. Okay. Let's say we wanted to go realistic, but a pretty decent team. There's a lot of options here. I'd probably go Valverde. I mean, you can go Reinders as well. And then what I'd probably go up front. This is actually a tricky one. Who would I want up top? I would say I'd want maybe a Gyökeres, a Diani, maybe a Diani, a Chewinga, a Dumane, sorry. And then Chewinga. And then something like this. And then the issue is up front. And maybe I would drop Gyökeres. I'm just trying to think, who would I want in striker? And I could also go with Alvarez, and then I can go with something like this, and then I'll just get a left back like that. And to be honest, that will be fine. And then what I'll do is we can get rid of Patrick Guijarro. I think there's so many cards. There's De Jong, but we can go with Guerrero as well. There's actually so many cards here. I think Pacho will get rid of, and then we'll get. The only issue then is another centre back. Of course, how could I forget? Forgetting about one of the best centre backs in the game. So I mean, you could even go with something like that. You know, if you're looking for like a 1.2 mil team, that's actually not a bad option either. So I feel like we've gone over like so many squad builders in this video. I feel like you basically sport for choice, whatever you want to choose. There's so many options. I think look, that one for 1.2 is actually pretty solid. You could even make it a bit cheaper. I think that Guerrero is extinct though, isn't it? The Guerrero might be extinct. But anyway, you can put Karchawi there and get Batcha left back. That could be another solution as well. So I feel like this honestly, I feel like you got so many options, and it just depends on how you want to do it. I feel like you got so many options here. But yeah, I think that's a pretty solid squad as well. If you can get Guerrero, but she's extinct, then go ahead. I think Chawinga is a really good winger. I'll be honest, I think that you have a lot of options, but I think for 1.2 mil, that would actually be my go. I think if I had a mil, this is what I would do. I think if I had a mil, and then maybe you can drop Valverde and get like De Jong. I think you can get De Jong there as well. If you want to reduce that price a bit further, but Valverde is just insane. Look, you can literally dash a Sentinel on him, and you're talking. I can see Sentinel. See, this is the issue. Sometimes I'm blind, and it's right in front of me, but I just don't see it. Oh, there it is. 91 defense awareness, 92 sprint speed, 91 long shot, 91 shot power, 88 short pass and long shots. It's an absolute tank. One of the best cards in the game, honestly. So you have a lot of cards there. So anyway, have a look at some of the teams. Put some cheap ones, put some expensive ones in. Yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. I mean, it's an interesting one. I think there's so many cards here. Hope you enjoy this video, guys. And don't forget, if you want to get better at FC26, you can come join my Patreon series, patreon.com/nilguys. If you don't get better after 1 month, we will refund your money. If you're strong at defending, as I'm always saying now, although we're going to remake these videos again, and we're going to add a bit more to the series, but you can watch last year's videos. You might be thinking, last year's videos? That's not going to help me. This defending principles have been the same thing remade every single year. The defending principles, they never change. In fact, this year, now anyone that can't defend, you're getting caught out because you never knew how to defend in the first place. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. But you can learn it here. Remember, if you don't get better after 1 month, let's say you watch the defending series, like, you know what, Nil? What nonsense is this? I didn't get better. No worries, same message. I'll refund your money. That's a Nil Guys guarantee. But I'll be honest, if you follow exactly what I tell you, you're going to improve. And of course, we've got the meta series for those that are mechanic abusing. Although I don't play this way personally, we're going to put some mechanic abusing stuff in for you mechanic abusers out there. Of course, we've got protecting the ball and a few other ways. And of course, we do have the meta squad builders. You want to see those, the real life examples, and the timeless fundamentals. And of course, FC26 schools. What we're going to do as well, we're going to put some eye tracker videos in as well with defending, so you know I'm defending. But we got some more examples as well, like adapting and defending, stuff like that, some formation videos. And more videos are going to be uploaded. Anyways, thanks for watching. Take it easy. Catch you next time. Peace.